good topic for us this afternoon because everyone is already asking on how to migrate their contents from the dummy course to the actual course in Seoul. So for this afternoon, we will have, okay. So for this afternoon, we will only do two things, and that would be to migrate our dummy courses, the contents of our dummy courses into the official classroom that is offered to us in Seoul, and all the contents of the dummy course will be imported into the real classroom or the official classroom. And then it's because maybe some of us would still want to do or add activities to our classes, no, or we are still in the process of making activities or adding activities to our classes. We will also do importing or migrating of individual contents to the different sections of our classrooms in Seoul. Okay, so let's get started. So I hope everyone has already logged into Seoul. Okay, so in migrating, so let's do first the importing of contents, all of the contents in a class to in an old classroom or the dummy course into the new classroom or our official classroom. Okay, so we click on our new classroom first because this is where we do the importing or the migration. Okay, in here we have to delete. Okay, we have to delete all sections here so that everything, even the section names and even the section introductions will be carried over into the new classroom. So we have to delete all the sections in the class. We're already in the part where we have to migrate or import everything, all the contents in the dummy course to the official course. So let's start deleting. Okay, so as you can see, only the introduction part has remained in our official classroom. So that means it's because we cannot delete this portion. So that's the only section that has remained in here. This is granting that everything that you have in your dummy course should be carried over into the new course. So once you are already done with the deletion of the topics, let's click on the gear, our good old friend gear. Okay, and then we click on import. Okay, actually import is our term for migration. So it's importing contents into the new classroom. And then once we're here in this page, okay, we'll have to search for our dummy course title. So for me, I will just click on Empowerment Technologies because it is the dummy course where I would want to transfer all the contents into this new course. And then you click on search. Okay. And then the best thing is to also know the subject code so that you are really sure that that's the dummy course that you are actually trying to migrate into a new course. And then you click on that course if it's already there, if it's already seen or searched by the system. And then you click on continue. Okay. Once you're here, we just don't, we'll just include everything. If you already have your PLD conditions in there, or you have already had your PLD functions there, you could actually include PLD data, and then we click on next. Okay. So if we click on next, we will see the contents, all of the contents of our old classroom. So there, because it's all checked, that means everything that's been checked will be migrated to the new classroom. Okay. Later on, once we're done with this one, we will also try to migrate single elements or individual elements to the new classroom. Okay. And then this will be a series of clicking next. Okay. And then finally, we click on perform import. If we're very sure that everything should be carried over to the new classroom.
I-close naman yung public na inyo halaw ng puntahan. Pamuan mo, panubag mo. Business ba?
For those who have turned on their
import. Import ko muna. Yung sa mga. Import? Okay na ni ma'am. Madungog na ni.
Sorry. So again, once it's done, once we click on continue, we will be redirected to our course, our new course, and everything is already migrated. So even the section titles or the topic titles, everything has been migrated. In here, if you had been following us from the beginning, this is like an empty classroom. Yeah, empty in a sense that we all deleted the topics here, the empty topics here, so that everything will be migrated from the old classroom. So this is how it would look like. So everything is already there. Okay, so before I proceed with the migration of individual elements, let me show you a classroom where I did not delete the topics when I migrated the whole classroom. Okay, so if you have migrated the whole classroom in your new classroom where you did not delete the topics, it would look like this, no? So still the contents were actually placed, but it did not migrate the topic titles, and then some of the headings of the sections no were not also migrated or imported. So there. So this is what happens if you migrate the whole classroom without deleting the topics at the side. Okay, so let us now proceed to migrating individual topics or individual resources. So I will go back to our newly migrated uh, course. Okay, so for example, I will just delete an activity here so that we will be able to see how a migration of an individual or single element will look like, or how it's done. Okay, so I would want to place another activity in this classroom, okay, that has been placed in the template classroom or the dummy classroom that I have. So what I do is simply, again, we click on the gear, okay, and then we click on import. Still the same first few procedures or steps. And then you have to search for the dummy course name or the old classroom name, okay? And then click on search. And then again, as I have said earlier, you have to also know the course or subject code so that you would really be sure that that is the correct dummy course or old classroom. And then we click on it, and then we click on continue. We click on next. Okay. This time in here, we will have to unclick or uncheck everything because we're not migrating everything, only a single resources or activity. Okay, so we click on none. So all of these elements have been unchecked. So you will now choose which activity or which resource you would want to migrate, because you will just migrate a single one. So for me, I will just migrate activity one or ICT reflection. So what I'll do is I will click on the topic name so that everything within the topic could be chosen or would be clickable for migration. And then I will just click that single activity, because that is the only activity that I would want to migrate or import to my new classroom. Okay, so once you're done, if you have many activities that you would want to migrate, then you could always go through the different topics and then choose which ones to migrate. But for me, I'll just have one, okay? And then I will click on next. Okay, so if you might have noticed in this page, only the topic name and of course the specific activity is checked. The others are actually not checked because they should not be migrated. And then I click on perform import. Click on continue, and then we'll go to that particular topic if it's really, so here, so it's already imported. So this single activity has been imported from my dummy course or from my old classroom. So that is how easy it is to actually import or migrate our contents from previous classrooms, old classrooms, or dummy classes. So, I will still give you tips on what could be imported and what could not be imported. Okay. here. So tips and reminders before I will let you ask questions. So first and foremost, even if you'd want to migrate the whole classroom, the cover image cannot be migrated. What is the cover image? Is the one that reflects outside of your icon in the course page, course menu page. It cannot be migrated. So you have to upload that one in every section or in every classroom or course that you have. And then set the attendance checker for each section, meaning because we have different schedules for a class or a section, we have to also make sure to set the attendance checker individually for each section. And then here, set all grade book and grade category per section. So it is also we are also assuming that all our templates that's given to us is actually in accordance with our grading system of the department, but we still have to set all grade book and grade category per section. So that means we should not forget that once we already have the whole class and the whole set of activities, we'll have to go to those activities and set it to their particular category or grade category. And the last one, if the new classroom topics were not deleted, this is what I have been saying earlier, were not deleted before the migration. The contents of the old classroom will be migrated, but the topic titles will not be migrated. So that is what I have shown you, okay? So I will show that one again so that people will have an idea. Okay. Okay, so with the last tip or the last reminder, this is how it will look like if you haven't deleted all of the other topic titles or all of the other topics at the side. So the contents of each topic will still could still be migrated, could still be imported into the new section, but it will not hold the right, or it will not show the right topic title. That's why it's really important to delete first everything in the new classroom before migrating everything to the new classroom. So that will be those are only the two easy steps or the two easy features that we will have to have the skill or have to master in order for us to migrate efficiently and effectively our resources to our new classroom. So I am already open for questions regarding this one. So, okay.
Question. I have two
Yes,
questions, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you said we have to make sure that we click the right subject code. Where do we find that? And how do we know it's the one?
Okay. So let me share that one to you. Okay, so in all our courses, we have the gear. Okay, we have the gear, and all we have to do is click on edit settings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this portion here, that there's this course subject title and then our course code.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so those are actually we could not edit that one, so that's already fixed when we see it in our my courses page. So we will have to make sure that we know the course title and of course the subject code, so that we are sure, especially if we are dealing with migration with multiple sections, no? So usually we have the same name, we have the same course subject title. So let's also make sure that that is the correct template or the correct dummy course that we are also trying to migrate into our new classroom. So we will also have to check on the course code just to make sure.
Okay, you kind of partially answered my second question. I have a second question. Like I have a class, but two sections. I only
Yes.
made one dummy classroom. Can I
Yes,
migrate
ma'am.
that to the two sections? Is that
Yes,
possible?
ma'am. Yes. So you'll
Oh, I
have
can?
to
Okay,
do it twice. So you open the
twice.
first section, do
Uh-huh,
everything that we have done,
uh-huh.
migrate everything from the dummy course, and we're done with the first section. Then we
Okay,
open the second section, and then we'll do the same thing.
okay.
Then it's just like doing it twice, but actually we just prepared one dummy course, but
Uh-huh.
we just do the migration as many sections as we want,
Okay.
or
Thank
we
you very
have, sorry.
much. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Other questions?
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Clarification, ma'am.
Yes,
Uh, you're going to delete the topic titles on the new course or the empty one, except for the
yes,
introduction, right?
yes, yes,
Uh,
sir.
yeah. But still, the introduction will still be migrated.
It's already there. So yeah, it's actually part of um the portions that have been checked for migration. Yes, it's just that the introduction portion cannot be deleted. No, di siya ma-delete. So it has to be, yeah.
Okay. So it can be migrated or import still, even without deleting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Other questions? Wala na. Okay, so if we don't have questions, this is actually a recorded um, session, so you could always, okay, so there are chats. Okay. For those who were not able to follow because of internet connection, or we were too early in starting, maybe you could actually access this one. So this will be available in our Soul website, and then we will also be notifying everyone if it's already available and up, so that everyone could also just play it whenever you need to migrate your courses or you need to import your courses. Okay, so I think that's everything that we will have for the afternoon. By tomorrow, we will have another session, another fruitful and very important advanced function that we could really use, especially because classes will be starting by next week. So we will be able to use that one this week and over the weekend as we finalize our classrooms or our official classrooms. So good afternoon, everyone, and goodbye.